And we're back. Welcome back to Exigent Sports. I'm your host, Coach DJ Pendergrass, and I always told you guys we're going to keep it star-studded. We're going to have a great time. We're going to share inspiration, and we're going to just make this show as great as possible. Look at this. We have Jason Perry, Roane County News Sports Editor, the best to do it out there, and he makes sure he writes it up, and he has some great things to tell you about an upcoming event where some college coaches is going to be there for these ladies, so it's going to be big. Hope you guys can join, and we'll find out a little bit more about that. On the show today, our Exigent Game of the Week is going to be our 8th grade All-Star Game. We're excited about that. 50 boys and girls from around the surrounding counties, Morgan County, Roane County, Anderson County, Knox County, Campbell County. So we're very excited about that. A lot of work has been put into it. We're almost close, and we're coming up on practice here soon. So we're very excited about that. Media Day. A lot of folks heard about Baseball Media Day. But nobody's ever seen any film, all right? They've never seen any footage. They've never seen anybody speak about what happened. Today, you're going to get a glimpse of what we did at Media Day at Dick's Sporting Goods, and also we'll find those 4 interviews at. It was a great time that we had there. Brock Evans. He's bringing baseball to Mississippi. And why am I so excited about that? Well, because I had college credit hours to leave Oak Ridge High School to go straight to Mississippi, and there wasn't any baseball there. Matter of fact, the sport that I wanted to play was basketball, and I had to play intramural basketball. I enjoyed it, but to know that the college is actually putting together a team of baseball players for you guys right here in our communities, you better stick around for that. That's going to be very nice. We have a couple stars here, and they're from Cofield. We have Lily, Claire, Lau, and we have Chloe Isham. Yeah, I've probably destroyed their names before, but today I got it right. I made sure I practice over and over. And everybody knows my favorite part of the show. My favorite part of the show, Jason, is what we call the word of the day. I typically do the word of the day at the end of the day. But last week we had a great show. We had Jay Graham, former Vol on, and he was just giving all kind of gems and jewels to those young men that are interested in playing collegiate ball coming out of high school, what it takes. You know, the stars don't matter. It's just actually working. And we got long-winded on that interview, and I kind of just rushed through the rest of the show just to make sure that I touch base on everything. So today we're going to start with my favorite part, the word of the day. The word of the day is opprobrium. Opprobrium is a noun. Public disagree or ill fame that follows from conduct considered grossly wrong or vicious. And here goes a sentence. Video evidence showed that referees missed an exigent call, but nothing was done despite the public opprobrium. Opprobrium. Opprobrium is our word of the day. The reason why I want to go over opprobrium and get the word of the day out of the way is because the past 2 weeks has been some very exciting basketball games going on. You're talking about Anderson County and Clinton in the district tournament. Maybe a missed call there, right? You're talking about Oak Ridge and Bearden just recently played. Maybe a missed call there that had the difference to do with the game. Now, I'm not the one to harp on or blame anybody, right? Because there's not one play that changes the game. It's things that evolves throughout the game, and people want to harp and talk bad about referees, and I assure you there's not a referee out there that has any ill intent to hurt any team, especially in that type of situation. But as you know, you can go to college, and in that situation, if it's a wrong call, well, they're going to overturn it. Right, the TSSAA doesn't have that for high school, and you go to the NFL, NBA. If something needs to be overturned, it is. Well, that didn't happen in this case, and it's cost these guys. Well, it didn't cost Clinton. They was able to go on to the region. They just lost real big here recently. And here's the first one. This happened last week. This is Clinton versus Anderson County, and the guy takes off a missed free throw, makes the shot. But did he get it off on time? Video evidence proved that he did not get that shot off on time, and there was nothing that can be done. Anderson County, of course, excited as they are. Look at that. 0, he has the ball in his hand, and he still got it off. The referees didn't see it. and a miss. And referees, they have a hard job. They have a very hard job, and that split second is hard for us humans to tell, and that's why they brought back. There they go. Look at the district champions. And Clinton, they had an uproar about it. There you, 0.2, 0.1, 0.0. He does not have the ball out of his hand. So the clock is at 0, and he still has it, but there was nothing to be done and overturned. So video evidence shows the ref missed an exigent call, but nothing was done despite the public opprobrium. And that's why I want to make opprobrium the word of the day. And if we do have that clip of Oak Ridge, I definitely want to show Oak Ridge as well. This was heartbreaking. This is very heartbreaking right here. Oak Ridge fought hard. I think at one point they was down 16. They came back, took the lead, and as you see, 3.2 seconds to go. They have to go the length of the court, right? And I'm pretty sure Aaron Green said, don't foul, don't put him in position to win at all. Be very lucky to get that off. Booyah! Three-pointer. It is made at the buzzer. They did count that shot, but this video evidence proved that that shot was off in time. We're going to watch it here in slow motion. Ray kind of lets him go by. He stops at the three-point line, pulls up. Great for him. Pow! Man, what a way. But does video evidence show that he had the ball out of his hand in time? What we see on film, he did not have that ball out of his hand in time, and that's an exigent call that was missed. But it cannot be turned over. Oak Ridge is now out of it. They're out of there. So video evidence showed me that if we can overturn that call, right? Mm-hmm. If they can go to the video, because obviously it's everywhere. Everybody's seen it. If we can go to the video, if TSSAA allowed that, then you have Oak Ridge going on and Bearden going home. But congratulations to Bearden. It was a great game. And again, like I said, I'm not harping on the refs. I'm not mad at the refs. And the fans, you have to know, I watched some NBA basketball last night, and there was a coach heated in NBA basketball for some calls that didn't get called. And if you don't get a call in NBA, there's nothing to overturn. Yeah. Right? So it happens at every level, from Little League all the way up, but there's always a plan for everybody. There's always a plan for yourself, your community, your team that you're rooting for, and it doesn't have anything to do with you or me. It's a higher power. So we base that on that. Jason, thank you so much for joining the show. You told me that you've been doing Roane County sports for a while. You kind of put your name in the hat. One thing led to another, and next thing you know, you're sports editor for Roane County News.
Yeah.
You've always been in writing and loving writing and all that?
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit about this game coming up at Roane State. Tell me a little bit about it. What does the people need to know about this game?
Well, I mean, it's coming up. It's going to be March 8th, March 9th.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much a weekend event. And it's going to be, an all-star game of sorts. I mean, Friday night's going to be Tri-County, mm-hmm. where it's going to be, mainly teams from Roane County, Morgan County, and Scott County, and they'll be able to play that night.
Yeah.
Some of the girls, if depending on what their schedules are and what they want, they'll return Saturday, and it's going to be pretty much a day of basketball. We're going to have girls from basically all over East Tennessee on Saturday.
Yes.
I mean, from Morristown, Cookeville, down to Chattanooga.
Wow.
Campbell County, just all over. We've got anywhere between 60 to 70 girls that has responded and that we're anticipating.
That's already signed up, ready to go. That is awesome. So, and there will be college coaches in attendance. Is this correct?
Yeah. I mean, we're anticipating some college coaches to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure exactly who will be there, but I know I've been told that we're anticipating some. And so it's an exciting time for the girls to, get seen and meet these coaches, and it also, it's another good opportunity, because while the games Friday and Saturday will be played by college rules.
Wow! Oh, wow!
It's going to be on shot clock.
Yeah.
Halves instead of quarters.
Yeah. So the whole college atmosphere, pretty much.
Yeah.
In preparation for these young ladies going off to play collegiate ball.
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
Because they're going to be seniors, we're going to have I've been told we're going to have a senior game on Saturday.
Yes.
And then also we're going to have, just the girls, underclassmen will be playing against each other, playing against It's just going to be a good time. And one of the goals that we had when we started this was we wanted to just the girls to come and have a good time, play basketball, give the fans some good basketball to watch, and just be an overall positive and good experience. And like we were just saying, especially the underclassmen, maybe some of them ain't exactly decided on where they want to go on to college. Maybe some of them haven't even decided they want to go on to college.
Right.
But they go there, meet some of these college coaches that's supposed to be there. See this experience, might change their mind.
Absolutely. What's that mission to get in there?
I'm not exactly certain. I've not been handling that. I think it's $8 admission.
Okay. But it's still going to be a great experience, and it's for the ladies, right?
Yes.
I'm a big fan of supporting the young ladies, all the way up to the women, in the WNBA. You see them fighting for women's rights, equal pay, and only sport that I know that does equal pay is tennis. Right, so this is a start on how we can support the ladies, right? Get the support out there. Everybody go. It's on the 8th and the 9th, and you heard it. I mean, they're going to come from everywhere, all over East Tennessee. College coaches will be in attendance. You'll be able to see a college atmosphere type game going on right away, and very excited about that. Now, a little bit more information. Who else will be covering there?
Amanda Mead from I'm trying to think what it's called, Girls Hoops.
Yes, Amanda Mead, absolutely.
Yeah, she'll be there covering that as well.
Nice.
She and I, we've worked a little bit together on this. Picking teams and trying to figure out the best team make us. We want to give the girls a good opportunity to be competitive,
right? But
also at the same time, give them also an opportunity to maybe, like I said, meet new people,
absolutely,
work with new people. One of the goals that we had was we didn't want to put the same girls from the same AAU teams, travel ball teams, together
yeah.
Because then it just becomes a travel ball tournament rather than what we want. So.
Absolutely. I always tell kids I coach to make as many connections as you can, especially when you get to the middle school, high school, and you can go to these college camps. And so I always tell them to make as many connections as you can. So you mixing those girls up, they're going to find a friend for life. By doing that. So great job. I'm excited about that. Again, that's March 8th and 9th at Roane State Community College in Roane County. You want to show up for that. You want to support those young ladies and see what the atmosphere is like. You just may be inspired. Right now, we're going to take it to the bench. On the bench, I have Lily Claire Lau and I have Chloe Isham. Hello, girls. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
Cofield's finest here. And I heard Lily was shy, but I really don't believe that. Is that true?
Yeah, kind of.
That's okay. Well, we've talked about you a lot here on the show. Brad has kept me up with every stat that you've had since the day that you went from middle school and started playing high school varsity at Cofield, because it's K through 12. Tell us how that transition was for you, day one.
It was a little harder playing up with high school because they're bigger and faster, and I have different teammates, and I have to learn to play with them.
Absolutely. Now, how long have you been playing basketball?
Since I was about 4 or 5.
And you can tell the way you handle the ball and you get up and down the court. You handle the ball well, and you got a great jumper. You can get to the basket and you make plays for yourself. So playing with those new teammates, playing with the bigger and a little bit faster, did you eventually just kind of catch up with the tempo?
Yeah.
Do you know that you led your team at the varsity level at the high school in scoring since you stepped on the court?
I did.
That is very impressive. So continuing that, obviously you have 4 years of high school to play. You are going to be the leader of your team, one of them, obviously. How do you feel about having that weight on your shoulder?
About the same as that in middle school.
Yeah. So you're ready for it.
Yeah.
Chloe, tell me, how long have you been playing basketball?
About 3 years.
3 years?
Mm-hmm. Sophomore year.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. So what influenced you to join basketball?
My cousins talked me into it.
Simple as that, huh?
Yep.
Simple as that. Now, who's your coach?
Ronnie Wilson.
How's it playing for Ronnie Wilson?
I like Ronnie.
Good.
I love Ronnie.
Keeps you inspired, I hope.
He does.
Now, so you're a sophomore now, so you're a rising junior?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior now?
Yeah.
So are you going to play ball Do you plan on you have any collegiate plans to play basketball?
I'd like to.
Really?
I'd like to, yeah.
Maybe you need to go to this event that they're having in Rome State and see what that's about. Have you went to any of the camps?
I haven't, no.
You have not?
No.
So this is my suggestion for you. Go to some of the schools that you may be interested, that has something that you're interested in your field, right? Go to some of those schools and just go out there to the camps, enjoy those camps and see how it feels for you. But the biggest thing for you is to make sure you go to a school that has your major. Do you know what you want to major in?
I'd like to do business, probably.
Okay. Okay. Now, business has a lot of different branches.
Yeah.
And I tell people, when you go to college, it's like a tree. You know, the tree grows, it grows off branches. So as you grow, you're going to see branches that's coming off of that. Make sure you find the branch that is best suited for you, and you hang on to that branch as tight as you can on your way on to college, okay?
Absolutely, I will.
Absolutely. So, Lily, there's rumors about you being the star of this All-Star game coming up. Are you familiar with this All-Star game coming up in Norwood?
I've heard about it, but I don't think I'm going to play in it.
You're not? You don't think you're going to play?
No.
Why not?
It's in the middle of softball season.
Oh, Coach wouldn't like that, would he?
No.
Well, I will tell you this, and hopefully it may change your mind. This is going to be the most low competitive game that there is. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on having fun, showcasing your guys' skills. I'm going to add a 4-point line. If you can do a 180 or a backwards layup, we'll give you 3 points for that. The whole point of this is just for entertainment. So you can put that middle school atmosphere into play one more time before you take off to your 4 years. So I really hope that you do change your mind. People are excited to see you, one, because they see your highlights here, because I make sure that we make sure, Brad Jones makes sure that I get them so we can show them here. Therefore, everybody knows who you are. So do you have any plans to go to college for basketball?
Yeah, I hope to go to college for basketball.
Do you have a particular college that you may be interested in?
No, not really. Just something close to home.
Well, whatever it is, make sure that you find the major that you want to get involved with. As like I was telling Chloe, just go to a school that has your major. Enjoy it, love it, make as many connections as you can, and keep hooping, because you are a coach's dream out there on that basketball court. Girls, I appreciate you joining Exigent Sports. You guys are a blast. I'm always going to support you. I'm always screaming for Cofield and Norwood and Oliver Springs and Kingston and Harriman. People like, would you just pick a team? And I'm like, no, I love those babies. So, and that's what it's all about. But we have some more great show coming up. I do have to pay some bills. We'll be right back.
Chancellor Jamie Brooks has been practicing law in Anderson County for over 30 years. He knows our community, our people, and our values. He's a conservative with the experience and temperament you want in a judge. He listens courteously, considers thoughtfully, and upholds the law. That is why Governor Bill Lee appointed him to the bench. The Republican primary is March 5th. Let's keep Jamie Brooks as our Republican chancellor in Anderson County.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, We have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference, so we can all continue to move forward together.
Daniel Forrester has been trusted by Anderson County families for nearly 2 decades. Daniel has appeared in Anderson County Chancery, Circuit, Sessions, and Juvenile Court thousands of times over the past decade. A Rule 31 mediator, Daniel has been trusted to mediate hundreds of cases across Anderson County. A community leader, Daniel has worked closely with local officials to make Anderson County a better place. A conservative and dedicated husband and father, Daniel's faith has shaped his character and integrity. On March 5th, vote Daniel Forrester for Anderson County Chancellor.
Dad always worked hard, and even though he could never tell me exactly what he did at the lab, I knew he was doing it for us. He was always there for me, for all of us. But now it's my turn to keep him safe. It's good to know there's help.
To find out how to get all the benefits you or your loved one has earned with their medical benefits card, call the home option and see how we can help.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back. Already back. Thank you guys for joining in. As you know, sharing is caring. So make one aware. Please share. Let them know Exigent Sports is on right now. And right now here on the bench, I have Brock Evans, Mississippi State, and he's going to talk a little bit about baseball. But he just also filled me in on some stuff that I did not have any idea about. So I am going to open the floor up to Jason. You won't hear my mouth talk when he comes up because it's way more important. It's exigent, it's pressing, it's demanding what's going on in Mississippi. And I'm excited. But before we talk about that, let's take it to the bench. Nick Moog. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm blessed. Thank you for coming in. Hook 'em.
Hook 'em.
Absolutely. You are our committed player of the week. This young man is from Anderson County. Tell us where you're going to college.
I'm going to the University of the Cumberland.
Absolutely. Congratulations on that. We're excited. Look at that. Look at that graphic right there. University of Cumberland's committed player of the week, Nick Moose from Anderson County. And this is back-to-back Anderson County guys that we had. There it is. There goes that committed picture right there. Man, congratulations, Nick.
Thank
you. 4 years at Anderson County High School. You had an amazing season. You just played the All-Star game with Coach Graham. It was East Tennessee versus Knoxville, something like that. You did well in that, and you had to choose a college, man. Tell us how that process went for you.
It was a long process. You know, I've been thinking about where I wanted to go since I was a little kid, just dreaming of going to college and playing football at the next level. I went on a visit up at the University of Cumberland. I went on a few visits at other schools, but it just really felt like home. I love the campus up there. I love all the coaching staff, and I'm excited to go up there and play.
Yes, well, and making it home has got to be the most important. So what are you going to major in?
I'm going to major in physical therapy.
Oh, wow. We have a committed player that knows exactly what he wants to major in. Tell us why.
I had a few surgeries throughout my career, and I just fell in love with how they help people through the process. So I want to be the one to help people too.
Well, you said it felt like home, so a few surgeries sound like home for you as well. So you're just going to stay at home, right?
I guess so, yeah.
That is awesome. Do you know what position they're wanting you to play when you get to the Cumberland?
Yeah, I'm going to play running back.
Of course. Now, I've seen a lot of athletes go as a particular back, right? I know my cousin Jermaine Copeland, he was a star quarterback, wound up going to UT, right? And then he wound up being a wide receiver, right? Jawan Jennings, who you just seen in the Super Bowl, star quarterback out there in Middle Tennessee, went to UT and wound up being a receiver, on to the NFL as a receiver. So if they need you for somewhere else, linebacker, are you willing to take that challenge?
Oh, absolutely. I'm willing to play wherever they need me most. I'm just a ball player, so.
Well, how long you been playing football?
Probably since I was 5 or 6.
Always in the Anderson County area?
Yes. I played at Negaff in Little League, and I played at Norris Middle, and then Anderson County.
Shoot out some of those coaches' name in Little League, because I know a lot of people out that way.
Coach Sperling, Robert Sperling.
Okay.
He helped me through it all. Coach Ritchie. And
Richie No?
Yes, sir. Coach Ritchie No.
Okay, he's the man out there, ain't he?
Yeah.
Tell Richie let me borrow a couple grand. I give it back to him. Nick, man, so we've talked about you being the committed player and how you chose it, man, and you've been playing ball for a while, and you already have your major set. How did you, we always talk about how you're going to choose your major and things like that. How was academics for you? Are you a school kid, or are you a C to get by kid? Tell us a little bit more about your education.
I'm an academic person. I maintain a 3.7 GPA, or maybe a little bit higher. I take AP classes and I take honors classes, so I'm really excited to go up there and use the school aspect also. It's a great school up there. So.
Well, Nick, you know, somebody was just as good as you that the Cumberlands was looking at, and their GPA was a 2.8 or a 2.7 or a 2.5, 2.4. And they picked you over them because they know that you're not only going to take care of business on the field, but you're going to take care of business in the classroom. So who you are on and off the field has a big impact, you know, on coaches picking who they want. So congratulations, man. Congratulations. What would you like to tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Not much. I mean, I go to school, play football. I love being where I'm from. I'm always going to be from Anderson County, so.
Hook 'em.
Hook 'em.
I love it. Nick Moog, you are our committed player of the week. Thank you so much for joining Exigent Sports.
Thank you.
And then we're back. Brock Evans.
What's going on, man?
I'm teary-eyed. I'm a little sad, but I'm excited as well, man. And too. So before we get to talk about baseball, because towards the end of the show, we're going to do Media Day. You know, you was there at Media Day. Was when we met.
Absolutely. Yep.
And we haven't seen any clips out there for any of these, you know, local communities, and that's what we did it for.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it here. Let's talk about a little bit. As of November, you guys decided to do baseball. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So in November, we had 6 sports already. You know, we had the 2 soccer programs, volleyball, men's golf, cross country, and half marathon. And we decided to expand. You know, I worked with my president. He's a man of vision, and we kind of saw, you know, that there was, I mean, if we were to start a baseball program, softball program, and basketball program, and help to keep these kids in East Tennessee, it just made sense. So we worked on it. We made the announcement in November. You know, baseball, softball, and men's and women's basketball are coming, and we're excited.
You heard it. Baseball, softball, men and women. Tighten it up there. Basketball. And that was my favorite sport. You know, Michael Jordan ruined my dreams. I was probably one of the best football players around, but I wanted to be like Mike.
See, I'm a football guy. That was, you know, I was a college football coach. I actually played, so where Nick is going, he's a University of Cumberland's guy.
Yeah.
And I played at Union College, which is a massive rival to University of Cumberland. So, you know, we've had conversations, you know, kind of in passing, joking about starting football, but, you know, we are excited about the sports we're starting right now.
Well, I told him, and you guys know, I've been coaching since 2006, and I told him as far as that basketball, I'm throwing my name in the hat. I don't care. My resume might even be screwed up at some point through there, but I'm definitely going to put my name in the hat, and I told him I'll be water boy if they'll let me, because that is my alma mater, and I'm just so excited for Pellissippi State, and, you know, you said the president, and you guys putting your brains together. Exigent means pressing. It means demanding.
Yes.
And I always said that Pellissippi needed this. They have the beautiful campus. It's probably one of the best community college campuses you can find in East Tennessee.
We are the largest community college in the state of Tennessee.
Wow.
And it does. It makes sense. And it does take somebody with a whole lot of vision to get this started. So Dr. Wise, Dr. Johnson, so those are that's our president and our vice president of student affairs. You know, they really kind of drove this, you know, and then I was hired, and it makes sense, you know, being in the heart of Knoxville, kind of in the heart of East Tennessee. There's a lot of student athletes, especially in these sports that we've started, where, you know, there are the options for the 4 years, but there are sometimes that student athletes need to either come to us and develop academically, athletically, whatever it may be, before they're ready to make that next choice. So we kind of pose a position for these student athletes to come in, and like I said, develop themselves academically and athletically. And a big thing for us and a big thing for me is, we're going to recruit student athletes.
Absolutely.
Not athlete students.
Absolutely.
My football coach used to say it all the time. We're trying to recruit student athletes.
Absolutely.
Because we'll be judged based upon, are we graduating these students? Are we doing right by them? Are we placing them at the next level? So that's what we want to be,
right.
And I'm excited about that, to be an option here in East Tennessee, and to be able to help these students move along and realize the same dreams I had as a college athlete.
Yeah, man, that's totally awesome. I'm excited. I know I'm going to be at the games and things of that nature. And obviously, if there's anything that I can do, I will do to help Mississippi State, because I've been there.
Don't say too much. I'll put you on staff.
I will do it.
I'll put you on staff right now.
If you knew me, you wouldn't even say that. That's just who I am. I'm a man of the people. I want to help.
Absolutely.
In any way I can, especially kids. I remember being in high school myself. I was my own inner bully, but I was only protecting the kids that was being bullied.
Right.
I wouldn't let my best friend, who was very smart but fragile, be messed around with, right? I was that guy to take up for him. I was the guy at the parties that the girl would be like, DJ, Brett broke up with me. and then I'll talk him through that. So, that's just who I am. So, it'd be great. It'd be a dream come true for me. And it's something I always thought about, of course, when it's been a while.
Yeah. It's coming. So, the best things right now to do, especially for any interested student athletes. So our website is psccpanthers.com. There's a recruit me tab up there.
Wow.
Okay. You can click on that. You can click on the sports, any of our sports, and fill out a recruitment form. That gives us some information on you. Obviously I've got volleyball coaches, got soccer coaches. I will be making an announcement on my next coaches pretty soon.
Right.
I'm finishing up that.
Nice.
That process. But, for those new coaches coming in, if they have those recruitment forms, that helps out a great deal. And then we'll kind of see from there, are we going to have tryouts, ID sessions, whatever you want to call them, that'll probably be something that we're going to host in this area as well. So we're excited about all those things. And, I know a lot of the folks, so we're also we use the same Twitter handle and Instagram handle, so it's at PSCC Panthers.
That is so funny. It wasn't a Panthers when I was there.
Well, that was added. Now, if we have a new logo, which is kind of right here.
Yeah.
That was redesigned with the announcement of athletics.
Wow, man.
And before that, we had an older Panther. So, but I don't think, what year did you graduate?
2000.
Yeah, I don't think we introduced the Panthers.
There was not
until
a Panther when I was there.
No, it wasn't until the early 2010s, to my
okay.
understanding. Yeah.
Wow.
We hadn't adopted that identity yet.
Man, I love it. I'm excited for the campus itself. Like I said, it's a beautiful campus.
Yeah.
Lamar Alexander building. The theater arts was a great, play. Everything about that. The media center. I think the media center has to be probably the top before you get to going to MTSU or
Right.
something like that. And they're touching on everything, from
Right.
film to taking pictures to the new stuff that we're doing in graphic designs today. So it's a great choice.
Yeah.
And like you said, they build you up. When I got there, if you fail, it's your fault, because they're going to put you in a position to find out who you are and what you want to be. And as long as you just follow that, there's no failing.
I tell our student athletes the same exact thing. There is no reason to fail. Between the tutoring center, the academic center within the library. We have so many resources on campus today for these students that, if you want to be successful, you will be successful.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
And coming to that same campus you talked about, we are going to be building softball field, baseball field. I'm currently also overseeing the build of a soccer complex stadium. So, there's a lot of really exciting stuff coming to campus.
Let me ask you one thing. I got to take a commercial break. Before we go to commercial break, one of my favorite thing to do now as an older young man is play frisbee golf, disc golf. Tell me you got some change out there.
We do.
What?
And
Are you serious?
Funny enough, I actually we have a college disc golf team, and we went to the national championship the past 2 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know anything about disc golf, just look it up, first of all. It's on YouTube. You can find it on ESPN, and now people are getting paid to do it. I mean, it's like people are getting NIL deals. They're getting deals to throw these discs, and it is a fun, exciting,
campus,
relaxing game. Are you serious?
Yeah, it's big on campus.
I'm on my way back. Folks, you
got any eligibility left?
A high school coach asked me that not too long ago. I think I do, though. We'll make that work. We'll definitely make that work. Guys, if you need any construction work or landscaping done, Above and Beyond is the one to call. Thomas Mills at 423-946-0797. Exigent Sports is brought to you by Above and Beyond Construction and Landscaping. I still got to pay a few bills, so we'll be right back.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
Daniel Forrester has been trusted by Anderson County families for nearly 2 decades. Daniel has appeared in Anderson County Chancery, Circuit, Sessions, and Juvenile Court thousands of times over the past decade. A Rule 31 mediator, Daniel has been trusted to mediate hundreds of cases across Anderson County. A community leader, Daniel has worked closely with local officials to make Anderson County a better place. A conservative and dedicated husband and father, Daniel's faith has shaped his character and integrity. On March 5th, vote Daniel Forrester for Anderson County Chancellor.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris. Experience suspension.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference. So we can all continue to move forward together.
Chancellor Jamie Brooks has been practicing law in Anderson County for over 30 years. He knows our community, our people, and our values. He's a conservative with the experience and temperament you want in a judge. He listens courteously, considers thoughtfully, and upholds the law. That is why Governor Bill Lee appointed him to the bench. The Republican primary is March 5th. Let's keep Jamie Brooks as our Republican chancellor in Anderson County.
Dad always worked hard, and even though he could never tell me exactly what he did at the lab, I knew he was doing it for us. He was always there for me, for all of us. But now it's my turn to keep him safe. It's good to know there's help.
To find out how to get all the benefits you or your loved one has earned with their medical benefits card, call the home option and see how we can help.
And we're back. Guys, look here. The man, the myth, the legend, my cousin, Brendan Scott. He's right here on set with me. How you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Scoot up a little bit. These people want to hear you.
Right.
Yeah, that microphone. Yeah, they want to hear you, man. They want to hear you. Welcome to Exigent Sports. Thank you for taking the time to join me last minute, and you still was able to make it. You was at that game last night.
Mm-hmm.
That was a tough loss.
Yeah.
Tough loss.
Sure.
Did you see the replay?
Yes, sir, I did.
How'd that make you feel?
It was tough, man. There's really no way to describe it, losing like that. It's such a big game. But
such a big game.
Yeah.
Do you agree that TSSAA needs to go ahead and implement a replay rule? Only now, not during regular season. We don't have time for that.
Yeah.
But district games, regional games, those are important.
I think that they should, for sure, because, when it comes down to tournament time, there's a difference between, advancing or, your season being done. So I think they should implement that rule, especially with who was it when they didn't shoot the ball in time? What
Anderson County and Clinton.
I watched that clip back a couple of times and man, you don't know how far they would have gotten if they just wouldn't have counted that shot.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, it makes a difference, man. And everybody fights for their district. That is one of the it's not the state championship, but the district tournament is very important. And for Clinton to lose it in that fashion was terrible. And we're not here to bash or blame the referees because I've coached for many years and played, and there's not one play that makes a difference. It's the course of the game and how things are. So, but welcome to the show. I'm not talking about that anymore. I'm done with that crap. I don't want to talk about it anymore. But it is a program. It seems like the referees are out to get them, but that's definitely not the case, in my opinion. So you're here for the first time. I'm going to have you on the show as my co-host for the rest of the show, so you can kind of see what's going on, and maybe I can have you on a little bit more. You can come on every Wednesday or every other Wednesday or once a month or something like that. So if you like how things go today, we'll carry on. I want to start with our top 5 highlights. At number 5 we have, this is an Oak Ridge Wildcat. No, this is not an Oak Ridge Wildcat. This is the Clinton Dragon. Is that Oak Ridge? It is. Elijah Bradley. Elijah Bradley runs that kid all the way down. That is Elijah Bradley, number 5. Elijah Bradley, he's a senior, and he's committed. He's on his way to Austin Peay. He has 61 tackles, 10 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries, 3 pass blocks. This man had a heck of a season. He's a 2-year starter, 2-time All-Region, Prep Red Zone 5-star All-State, senior captain, defensive lineman of the year. He didn't start playing football till his 5th grade year, and that was at Boys and Girls Club. Played for Robertsville, but he was like a 4th-string receiver and safety, and he played kicker at one point. And he really never honed on to his skills until his freshman year when they switched his position over to defense, and then he worked hard every day to be the best. This year on the leaderboard, he was 13th in Tennessee. Look at that. 13th in Tennessee in sacks. He was number 2 in 5A and won 5A Region 3. Look at that. Is that Christian Fraser? He was number 1. Now, this kid, it is Christian Fraser. He's been on the show before. And Christian Fraser, he started playing ball when he was 4 years old. He started at South Clinton Youth Club. He played there until he's, I think, about 6. He won his first championship at 6 in South Clinton. Went on at age of 7 and played for Clinton, but he wanted harder competition. He found himself in Powell in the Knoxville League, where he won the championship when he was 8U and 9U. Look at this kid's footwork. I mean, he's nice. Tough. Yeah, he works on both sides of the field. He played with Powell 10U last year, and they wound up losing the second round of playoffs. But great kid. He's interested in basketball. He wants to run track, and he loves playing Fortnite. Now this, is he going to get out of that? That has to be that kid from Clinton. That's definitely the kid from Clinton. That is Jawan Goins. And when he gets to going, he's going. And he goes all the way. Jawan Goins is number 3 on our top highlights. This kid is already committed to go to Richmond. I think he's doing online classes right now to finish his senior year to get on campus out there at Richmond. I've been saying big prayers for this guy. He's had a tragedy happen to him, and as a kid, tragedy strikes. We as kids don't know how to take it. I remember when I was young, I had tragedy strike. I didn't know how to take it, and it kind of led me in some bad places. So I'm saying big prayers for this guy. I want all of you guys out there that's watching this. You see the talent this man has. He definitely has the opportunity to make a difference with his life if he can keep his grades up. Going to Richmond and perform the way he's doing right here. Coming in at number 2. Number 2 is Liam Bokey. Liam Bokey is from Olive Springs. Liam Bokey is a sophomore, and he started at quarterback. He had 109 passes, completed 109 out of 202 passes, 19 touchdowns, passing, 2 rushing, and he made 2 out of 3 field goals with his long being 38 yards. He led the Bobcats to the first state semifinals. And that was the first state semifinal since 2011, second ever semifinal in school history. In the same season, he also went to state finals in golf, finishing 19 overall in Class A, so not bad. He also starts on the baseball team where he's a pitcher, he's a catcher, he's a shortstop, he's an outfielder. And as far as school, that's what I'm intrigued about. That's what I want to make sure he's doing right. He has a 3.8 GPA. And number one, this is an Oak Ridge Wildcat. This is a sophomore Oak Ridge Wildcat named Cheeto, absolutely. Cam Cheeto Welch. Cam started playing baseball at Norwood Boys and Girls Club when he was 5 and fell in love with the game. Then began travel at 7, and the rest is history. Says sophomore, 6'2", 207 pounds, currently at Oak Ridge High School. My most important at 3.7 GPA. That is amazing. You keep that up. He is a first baseman, left-hand pitcher, right fielder, and he also plays 15U for the Tennessee Nationals scout team. So he's ranked 35 in prep baseball. Tennessee out of 100, class of 2026. He's thrown a fastball up to 84 miles per hour, 95.76 percentile. So he definitely has a nice future. He played basketball with me, and he was always a beast. I mean, this guy. But when AAU came around, I never could get him to stay around because baseball was obviously his priority, and we see why after seeing what he does with that ball and reading out his stats and his grades. So shout out to you, Cheeto. You are number one, top 5 highlight player of the week. This show is brought to you by Above and Beyond Construction and Landscaping. Thomas Mims. Give him a call, 423-946-0797. As you seen Brock Evans, he just left Mississippi State. We seen him at Media Day, and it was at Dick's Sporting Goods. And we talked a lot about baseball coming up for high school. Now, Coach Free wasn't there. You have any relationship with Coach Free? Yeah. Tell Coach Free we got beef. Gotcha. Because I plan to interview him there and show this today on Media Day. So he owes me one. We have to make it up. So tell Coach Free we have to make that up. But I want to just show you guys a little bit what happened at Media Day. And I asked the coaches a few things. One of the things that I asked the coaches is what's exigent, what's pressing, what's demanding. And this is some of the answers that we received. Okay, that's all right. We'll try to come back to that, but there's no audio on that. Do we know if we have audio on the others? Okay, we'll check and see on audio. But we was able to interview Carnes, Campbell County, Anderson County, Coalfield, Oakdale. It may have been some more. Austin East. Austin East was a great one. Their program. They went on a hiatus for 7 years, right? And they're just getting back intact on what they want to do in baseball, and they've been doing it for 3 years. Coach Chesney out there, Austin East, he's doing great things for those young men. And salute to you, Coach, man. You're a great man, and you continue to do what you do out there. So, Brennan, we know that you play basketball most of your life. How long did you play basketball?
About 15 years. I started playing when I was 3.
3 years old.
Springs.
Yeah. What position did you love the best?
I enjoyed playing shooting guard the best. That's what I ended up playing during high school. So
Yeah. How tall are you now?
I'm 6'1" now.
6'1". Recently, I saw a post that your mother made on Facebook and said that, Brennan had an issue that he's going to have to stop playing basketball. Could you tell the people, just enlighten the people on, what happened and why we can't see you play basketball right now?
Yeah, so I got diagnosed with hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, also known as HCM. Doctors say that it's the leading cause of sudden cardiac death in the young athletes. So about 6 months ago, during AAU, I had certain symptoms, but I didn't really think it was anything too crazy because I thought it was just normal. or my heart started feeling weird when I was playing. The first time it happened, I subbed out because I really didn't know what was going on, but it wasn't anything major to me to actually like really speak up to anybody. But then about a month ago, I was at home by myself and I, had some chest pain and had some trouble breathing and stuff, but I still didn't even speak up. But then the day after that in practice, it got really bad and like I couldn't breathe and I had to sit out and practice and like lay down. And so then as soon as I got home, me and my mom went to the ER and they ran some tests and nothing major came back. Like I didn't have a stroke or a heart attack, which was really good to hear at the time. But
Absolutely.
I could still tell that something was going on, something was a little wrong. So I got a doctor's appointment to go back with my cardiologist for the next week. But with all the snow and stuff that came through, it was kind of impossible to get to the hospital.
Yeah.
But then next week when it started clearing up, we got in there and they ran a test called an echocardiogram. And so that's basically so they take this little knob. It's like, when people are pregnant and they like go and examine the stomach. It's basically the same thing, but like, on your chest.
Gotcha.
And so then after doing that, that's whenever they were able to like make my diagnosis.
Wow.
And so kind of like through that whole time, whenever your heart gets sped up and your blood pressure raises and stuff like that, that's when you're at risk for like, sudden death. And it's not just like, with sports or anything. There could be multiple triggers, anything that, makes your heart start to be extremely active. And so kind of what my condition is like, on my left side of my heart, the like walls are kind of like thickened. And so it kind of steals the flow of the blood and like it makes the heart work like 10 times harder than what it's supposed to and stuff like that. So it's kind of confusing. We kind of get into all the super like, intricate details of it, but that's basically kind of how I sum it up.
So there's somebody out there playing with it right now that don't know, right? So from the symptoms that you did have, how could you encourage somebody to stop what they're doing and go get checked out?
I mean, thinking from my experience, not knowing what it could possibly be, I think, once you do feel, uneasy or, not normal, then that's the time to speak up, because I think over time with me still playing and, being extremely active and the way I was, I think that's kind of what made it worse. And like, playing through that the whole time, it kind of made those like first couple of symptoms arise. And so like it took it like getting pretty bad before I even said anything, because I didn't know what was going on with myself. So I think my biggest piece of advice is like, if you do feel that something's wrong, then even if you don't know what it is, you should definitely go get it checked out or speak up about it.
Absolutely. Now, is there a cure for this?
There is no cure for what I have. It's something that I kind of have to live with for the rest of my life. It's just like, since there is no cure, and I have to live with it like the rest of my life, there's just like a bunch of restrictions. So like, that's the reason I can't play basketball anymore.
Right.
But it kind of stretches outside of basketball. Like, I like to be in the gym and stuff like that, or even like go on jogs, like to stay healthy. I can't even like do some of that stuff anymore. So it's a, big change in my lifestyle. So I'm having to adapt.
Feels the community.
Absolutely. I'm sorry to hear that, because I couldn't wait to have you on the show as either my Bolo Player of the Week or my Committed Player of the Week, because you've played basketball since you was little. I've watched you play Little League. I've walked in gyms where you was playing in AAU basketball. I've watched you play at high school, and you've always played at a tremendously high level. You give it everything you got. You never give up. With those changes, I know you don't want to give sports up. Do you have any, do you want to coach? Can you still coach?
Oh, yeah, of course. I can still coach. I never wanted to really like truly leave the game of basketball. I haven't thought about coaching or doing anything like that until this kind of happened. So, like, I was always, really keyed in on playing, getting to the next level and stuff. But it's kind of made me think about coaching or, even training. Like, something I really enjoy is, like, the skill work and all the details of getting people better. So, like, kind of my way to give back would be training other kids and, like, educating myself on how to make people better in that type of aspect of the game.
I'm glad you said that, man, because I asked your mother to ask you, but, I said I was going to save it for the show. If you heard me talk about the Exigent Game of the Week, is the 8th grade All-Star game coming up. And I'm the head coach of Team Exigent Sports. I told Brad a long time ago, I said, I don't want to coach this. When I heard your story, I was like, I think it is exigent that I reach out to you and ask you, would you coach Team Exigent Sports?
For sure, I would. Absolutely.
It's a group of 8th grade all-stars. We just kind of put them together.
Yeah.
You have 2 kids from the local area, Robertsfield Middle School, Jazon Slater and Jackson Rice.
Yeah.
But there's a plethora. Wartburg, have Lenore City, just a plethora of kids that we just put together, and we're going to have a 4-point line.
Mm-hmm.
So let them kids pull up from the 4-point line, right? If they're athletic enough, when they get a fast break and they can take between their legs or do a 360 or a backwards layup and make it, let's give them 3 points. So we're going to have fun with it, but we're also going to be mic'd up.
Yeah.
You know, if everything pans out right with the production crew, we're going to mic you up.
Okay.
So your first experience as a coach is going to be with some all-stars for your cousin, and you're going to be mic'd up.
It sounds nice. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
and that's what I want. You know, that's all I want to ever do is be able to give back to anyone. And I was always awaiting your journey. And you know, I know it's hard for your mother. I know it's hard for your father. Your father's coached you for many years. He still coaches at Oak Ridge High School. So you know, I can't imagine, you know, what they're thinking and what they're going through, knowing what you've been through. Now let's talk about your education. What is your GPA?
Like 3.5, 3.6 right now.
Those coaches are going to grab you, man. They was coming for you, but God has a plan for everybody, right? And nobody knows what His plan is for anyone. I challenge you to trust that what He's doing for you is opening up a door that's bigger than you ever thought could open up for you, right? And I pray that you coaching this is ordained for you to do that, and that you can do it at a high level and be paid to do it, so you won't have to leave the game. And if you can't coach, find yourself in the office, right? I had Jay Graham on the show, and Jay Graham was telling me there's so many different aspects of making it to the professional level. Under one building, there's lawyers. In the basketball or football facility, you know, at the professional level, there's doctors, there's trainers, there's coaches, there's referees, there's field maintenance people, there's cooks. Every job that you see when we drive around here, it's under one building at a professional level. So if you ever have professional aspirations, it's not over.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
And I know the lifestyle change is going to be different. You might get fat.
Right.
Huh?
Nah, I ain't gonna let that happen. Gotta stay in shape somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. But whatever God has ordained for you, allow Him to work with you. I challenge you to trust Him.
Yeah.
And allow Him to open that door that He wants open for you. And if it's professional level ball, I always told everybody, if you want to be a professional basketball player, don't leave out the other opportunities to being a professional, because now you're still going to rub elbows with the LeBron James.
Yeah.
You're still going to be in the same vicinity. You're still going to be able to make a great career for yourself, make good money, right? Take care of yourself and your family, invite your family to different ball games, things of that nature. So your professional dreams are not over if you ever had them.
Yeah. That's definitely kind of what my goal was. I always dreamed of playing like Division I basketball, but in terms of making it pro, I was just gonna work my butt off to be able to, you know, hopefully get the opportunity one day. I want to stay involved with basketball, but I just want to be like successful as possible, but not lose track of like God and what He does in my life. Because, you know, some people, they try to get rich or, you know, try to reach whatever goals they have for themselves, and they kind of lose sight of what He has for them. So I just want to, you know, be as successful as I can, but also, you know, stay on His path. So it's going to take a lot to, you know, get there, but, you know, with the support I have around me, you know, just having them in my life, I mean, anything's possible. So just trying to keep a positive mindset as I kind of move through this season of life.
I have chill bumps, and I'm always going to cry, but that's the exact answer and the way you should live the rest of your life, right? Because it's a door open for you. And it's just for you, and nobody can stop that. So you continue on that. And now you guys know, right now for Team Exigent Sports, my coach is Coach Brennan Scott. He's going to be mic'd up. He's going to be live on the program. We're super excited about it. So you can tune in. It's Wednesday at Norwood. At 6:30 is the girls' game. 8 o'clock is the boys' game. Guys, it's me, Coach DJ, Exigent Sports. Until next time, keeping it real. We'll see you later.